something really, really big, like in the next month, is gonna change for you. And it has to do with like, also just let's look at the reflection, the metaphor of this video. I am literally, that's my back. I am mirroring back to you, okay? I'm mirroring back to you something that you need to hear, a message. There is something in the next month that is going to, it is connected to what you've been working on for a while, what you've been building up that you might have not seen movement in, that there was, you know, the efforting but not seeing any freaking proof. It is this month. I am telling you, there is some massive change because you are starting to feel and align with the frequency of this version of you. This is the version that you've been trying to become this whole time. The quantum jump that you had in this summer is what led you to this current quantum jump that you've been going through for a few weeks that was not fun at all, that was preparing and creating you to align with this version. So the two most powerful cards in the body tech deck, I create, I receive. When there's one, you have to pull the other. So this is that the fact that you have been creating this, you've been working on this for a while, and it is time for you to receive the fruits of your labor. It is time, and it's because you're receiving yourself. It's because you're actually understanding, like, oh my God, Hawk. Oh, like, can you see it in the, it's like so, yeah, I don't, wow, oh my God, so cool. Okay, this, dang it. Oh, I'm like, can I just, this is gonna be hard. Yeah, no, we tried. I came so close to my window. Focus on the bigger picture, okay? So this is about, so now it's, this is about Hawk now. So self-authority, Hawk is the visionary, the leader in their self-authority. They're the ones, self-authority is about you creating the definition of your own reality. You define your age, you define your body, you define your beauty, you define the relationships you have, you define your finances, you define how to make money. All of this is like you're stepping into this thing where you realize everything has been a program telling you, oh, this is how you make money, this is how you build a career, this is how you do business, this is how you make love, this is how you get a relationship. And yes, there's wisdom in some of those teachings, but a lot of it is just things that seemingly worked 300 years ago that we're continuing to do. And as we see technology rapidly advancing in this evolution, it is the mirroring back to you that you are rapidly evolving, and we're coming into a stage of humanity. Like, you can call it the age of Aquarius, you can call it, I don't even care what you want to call it, but there's something about self-authority, and that's what Hawk teaches. But Hawk says you have to focus on the bigger picture. You know, right now, it's not like Mouse, where it's like you're focusing on little details and scheming and planning. There's something, you're being asked to hold the vision, hold the bigger vision of this thing, hold the vibration of this thing. And yes, you've been thrown off. Yes, you've been triggered because you haven't seen the proof. And then because you're triggered, you're almost, and because you're manifesting so much quicker now, that you're seeing the reflections of how your body feels of your trigger start coming up in your real life. So this is why this mastery of really having a compassion when you get triggered, and like starting to be like, this is just the lie, this is just the lie, this is just a echo of something that happened to me in the past, and my body is, reacting because it understood that situation in whatever version of reality in your past. So it's like it brings that vibration again, and then all of a sudden, because you're manifesting quicker, you're gonna see that. But it's also like it had to happen because it was a test. Like whatever's been triggering you is a test, because it's bringing up any fear, all the fears you've been feeling around this next level of yourself, being seen, able to create wealth and generate wealth, doing what you love. It's bringing up any issues you have around relationships and your love life. It's bringing up any issues you have with yourself, because this is the test. This is like your graduation. So that was anything that has been difficult or uncomfortable in specifically recently in the last couple months, is because you're facing, it's not even detoxing anymore at this point. It's like you have to like relive the lie and see it differently now. Again, I am mirroring back. And something big, something really big. It's very, very soon. Something that has to do with what you've been working on really freaking soon. All right, so let's get a quick read on that one. Okay. For this, let's ask for any guidance and wisdom for this next version of us coming through. Actually, let's ask them. Let's ask that next bigger version, who you already are. It's like, just hold that vibration, hold the vision, but who's like seeing it really clearly manifest in the material. What do they want to share? One is already on the ground. Okay, that fell. Of course, this came out. I create. Duh! So then we get the I receive card. So you've been, just like in the beginning of the reading, you've been creating this, okay? It's already in motion. It's already in the process, and you are about to receive it, but it's because you're receiving yourself. All of this is your creation that you resisted, that you didn't accept from yourself. Now you're receiving it because you're receiving you. You're like, do you get this? You're creating it, but you were freaking cock blocking, rejecting your gift, okay? And now you're ready to receive it. It's your gift. It's you. You created this. It's you receiving you because it's your freaking creation, okay? And in this creation, you need to dream bigger, okay? So say you're like a writer, right? And you're like, I want to get a book deal. And then there's some version of you who wants like to be a New York Times bestseller. Instead of trying to like get the book deal, you hold the vision of the bigger dream that you are a New York Times bestseller. You hold the vision of like expand, like say you're dating someone and you're like, I want them to propose to me. No, hold the vision of you guys like married, older, with grandkids. Like make the freaking dream bigger. You are being asked. This version of you who's doing it is like, you gotta expand it, you gotta explode it and make it bigger, more dynamic. Make it more, just make it more, because a bigger dream wants you. It doesn't mean that it's not the dream you're thinking. It just means you have to see it in a bigger capacity. You're at the end of the road here, friend. This version of you is about to die. In fact, like they're already dying. This version that did so much work and got you here, and just, oh my God, the pain, the triggers, the fear, the self-doubt, the not good enough, the loss of hope that they have endured. They are ready to die so they can be reborn into you, into this version who's holding their big dream and seeing it in actual freaking life, and as opposed to just, holding the vision within themselves. They're able to see the vision materialize in front of them. So you're ending some chapter and going into this new golden cycle. So if there's any kind of suffering you've been dealing with, that is coming to an end, right? Vulture comes at the end of a creature's life. So this is ending, and you just got to endure whatever last parts of the puzzle are, expelling or dying or detoxing or being released. This has to do with something you're meant to serve humanity with. This has to do, and it will connect to every other aspect of your life, your love life, your finances, but it's about like this thing that you're meant to share with humanity, because you are a light bringer, because you are here to activate other people's light, because that is what is evolving and uplifting humanity. You are here to change the world. You see things that other people don't see, and you lead people with your light that are in the darkness. So you are the light bringer, and it is you embodying your light that activates other people's light. And I don't even care if your dream is just like, I want to get married and have kids, or your dream is like, I want to be some kind of big influence with my music, reaching millions of people. Regardless of how seemingly big or small it is, this is actually you reaching everyone in the world, because your light activates whoever you're in, connection with, their light gets activated, and then they activate someone else's light. So like your light is like an echoing, and it's also for you to share these things with humanity is your freaking medicine. It is healing for the world, but it is your medicine. It heals your trauma. It heals generational pain and the trauma. It heals. It is your medicine. And choose to be it now. I choose who I am. This is like this version of you who's totally in the materialization of this is like, it's a choice. All you have to do is choose to be that version now. Choose it. And you got your back. Inner truth, the white owl is your highest self, is your truest self. And you're leading yourself to this victory in the unknown, in the darkness, with the uncertainty. You are leaving, you are guiding yourself, but white owl is saying you have to stop being uncertain. There was a moment of uncertainty. You had to face those fears, but you no longer can be uncertain about this, because success is freaking certain. You have to own it with rage. You have to own it with love. You have to own it with joy. You have to own that this is happening no matter what. You have set up each brick, each stone. You have laid the foundation. This thing is freaking happening for you. And on top of the deck, do not be afraid, nothing to fear. Whatever you are scared of, it's not happening. So get over it and own it, that it's certain, okay? It's certain. Okay, friends, that was your reading for the day. I think this Friday live activation on Zoom, if you're a part of the I Am Empowered membership program, we do pretty much every week a live activation. We're going to be working with Ant. So if you want to check out the membership, it's only $33 a month. This is going to be cool, and it's all about the superhuman power that we have, just like Ant, to endure and hold. I think I've heard it's 20 to 50 times their weight that they can hold, but they build and build and build, and all to lead to this monumental thing that they are creating. And what we're going to be working with is that you've been building for years, for months, and you're right about to see the creation of what you've been building, what is coming through with Ant with me. So we're going to be working with Ant medicine, Kundalini yoga, sound medicine, all the things. So if you want to be down with that this Friday, November, whatever, I'll put it below in the I Am Empowered membership. Okay, world peace forever, duh, because you're here to change the world. Thank you.